Your mind, it is like a gun. And you want to load it up with little itty bitty bullets of knowledge. Message!
Alright family, it's your guy Boro, the Lucky Libra. Thank you for tuning into another one. Alright, and as you can see by the title, we're picking up the Mars through the sign series with Mars through Sagittarius. So let's get right into it, okay? So for the most part, what is Mars? Mars is our passions. Mars represents our willpower. This is the tool that we use when we're setting intentions on our goals, ambitions, and the things we want to manifest and reach in this lifetime, alright? Mars don't want to compromise none of these things. Mars don't care about relating these things, okay? The natural root energy of Mars, not where it's placed at. The natural root energy of Mars don't care about relating its passions or compromising them. It's self-assertive. Okay, and when Mars don't get to connect to these things it's setting intentions on, this is where anger and frustration builds up. Okay, so that's the frequency vibration of Mars. Now when we talk about Sagittarius, alright, Sagittarius is mutable fire, ruled by Jupiter. Okay, so this is the exchange of the knowledge and wisdom, alright? This is the enlightenment, trying to enlighten others and also, you know, be supportive and receptive of the energies that could inspire or expand what it already knows, okay? Jupiter is dealing with spirituality, dealing with how we learn from our experiences. So when you put Mars here, this is what this person is passionate about. This person is passionate for creating new experiences in their lifetime, okay? To the point, it's so deep to the point, to the way that they express themselves is always from expressing themselves from a more abstract state with Mars and Sagittarius. You can see the hunger for them to hungry students, Mars and Sagittarius. All right. Wherever Mars that we setting intention, so these people, they down to, you know, travel, set, you know, link up with the crew or whatever, or just even personally make sure they're experiencing certain things. They're passionate about not allowing other energies to come into their life and play any forms of restriction. Mars and Sagittarius can lash out on that shit. All right, relationship, any environment, anything. They cannot take any form of restriction, especially when you try to restrict their knowledge and wisdom. We're not even really talking about right now. You just curfew in the crib. We talk about more so when you trying to tell them their experiences don't mean anything. When you trying to tell them their morals and ethics ain't valid. When you try to tell them, you know, they can't apply what they've learned in life. That now you got Mars about to reach that anger and frustration, and they gotta be able to look at the bigger picture. You know, wherever Mars is at, we're gonna bring some vulnerability when people try to challenge our passions in that area. So in this case, you know, these people are hungry students in their departments and whatever they may be dealing with education wise or what they're trying to learn. But if we talking about spirituality, okay, these even in religion, these people could be like martyrs for their religion. Mars and Sagittarius, these people will be soldiers for their religion. So you got to be careful that you don't allow yourself to, you know, we never want to put limits and ceilings on our forms of spirituality, period. You always want to be able to expand on what you know, all right? You always want to be a student first, period. But Mars and Sagittarius, once they get inspired by a certain form of philosophy, religion, spirituality, yeah, they the soldiers of that. They defending that. They projecting, expressing that. Sagittarius is fire, is expressing, is we pushing out that passion. It's gonna be seen or felt. Mars and Sagittarius. Okay, so if this is a spiritual person, you're gonna see some integrity and some form of passion back behind their teachings and what they're trying to enlighten, and a lot of that gonna be from what they experience. They could carry that emotion from what they experience into the teachings, into the influencing, all right, into the expression. They can carry that with it. All right. So that's how you're gonna clash with the Mars and Sagittarius though. That's how you gonna clash with them, being in a state where, you know, you trying to debate their knowledge and wisdom. You belittling their experiences and what they went through in their life. Even if it's a situation they talking about that wasn't really one of the craziest experiences in their life, but Mars and Sagittarius gonna find meaning and reasoning in that shit. There's a hungry student, so they could get to a point that Mars and Sagittarius could try to dissect each situation, and they like to try to see the meaning and reasoning in that shit. All right, they passionate about expanding on that. They passionate about seeing how they could bring some enlightenment to themselves about a situation. So yeah, to you it might seem like they diving too deep. At times they could, Mars and Sagittarius can dive deep, trying to see overall a bigger picture to something. When you Mars and Sagittarius, you seeing what you see. All right, you seeing what you see. You don't gotta expand on it that much. All right. Passionate preachers. I bet you when we go through Mars and Sagittarius, I bet you I'm gonna laugh if I see a Mars and Sagittarius, a preacher up there. Creflo, TD, Kirk. If I see one of them names up there, I'm gonna be weak. But Sagittarius is the enlightenment energy. They wanna give you a gem from what the Sagittarius energy wants to drop seeds and give you gems for you to grow spiritually. Okay, for you to expand on how you look at life, how you find meaning and reason into the experiences in your life. So when this is Mars here, they do it like it's their mission to do it. All right. Now Mars and Sagittarius, y'all, like I said, y'all gotta remember y'all to remain a student. Remain a student first. All right, Mars and Sagittarius, because wherever Mars is at, want to grab a little authority there. Wherever Mars is at, we don't do good with authority wherever Mars is at. We trying to call the shots. We trying to set the intentions. So Mars and Sagittarius, you feel me? Yeah, enlightening others. Yeah, people learning things about their approach to, you know, their passions by the way you may express yourself or even take action and set intentions on things in your life. Because, you know, Mars does want to attack his passions from a more wiser perspective. Because they trying to see the purpose in they passions. Like, this is another, everything with Sagittarius is going to deal with why. If you got heavy Sagittarius energy in your life, you probably question so much shit. Alright? Using school, asking why, what's the purpose of school, what's the origin of this, how this even come together. So Mars and Sagittarius, it could play out heavy energies. It could play out heavy energies of getting to the why of things. Alright? Now, it's mutable. It's mutable. Mars and Sagittarius could gather up. It could gather up a rally. It could Mars and Sagittarius know how to stir up division amongst others. So this is what I'm saying. They don't deal well with authority when it comes to, you gotta learn to be students. They don't come well with authority when somebody's trying to act like they don't know. When people talking to Mars and Sagittarius or teaching them in a way where they don't know nothing, that's when they looking at you bugged. Because Mars don't got patience for things. So when it comes to Mars and Sagittarius people, they do act quick on things that they believe they know. But if it's something that, you know, they had a false belief of or something, when somebody's trying to enlighten them or whatnot, Mars and Sagittarius not going to just dash away from that. But everything with fire deals with expression. So if you expressing yourself to them in a condescending way, like they ain't know no better, now Mars and Sagittarius, now you gonna definitely see some form of expression now. You're gonna definitely see, you're definitely gonna see Mars and Sag lash out in that type of way. Alright? But yeah, like I said, they could definitely rally up that vision. It's mutable fire, wants to spread the fire, wants to spread the awareness. Mars goes so hard to do that. Mars and Sag go so hard to get people to see that bigger picture. All right, so they could really grasp different forms of creativity. Like they could, fire once again gonna have like a creative flair to it, a creative influence. So Mars even being there, the way they express their passions is like Mars and Sagittarius is a real passionate placement overall. I mean, a real creative placement as well overall, because the things that they set intentions to express, it comes out through creative outlets at times. Sagittarius, fire, Jupiter, so it could use analogies, different examples, you know, to express certain meanings and reasonings about things, okay? But when they got such an emotional intent on it, what the message they trying to give, that's backed and supported by shit they really experience, like Mars and Sag wants to push out, like that film, that song, that message, it hit different with Mars and it's like they know how to make you feel the way they felt experiencing whatever creativity they pushing out, Mars and Sagittarius. All right. DMX is Sagittarius. I wonder if he got Mars and Sagittarius. I wonder if he comes up on this list. All right. I don't know his moon sign, but I'm just picking. I feel like he got that. All right. So these are the soldiers for their spirituality, Mars and Sagittarius. These is people that's setting in. They learn something. Thank you, universe. Thank you for that gem. Setting intention on that, adding it to their business. They get a gem, they don't let it go over their head. I'm throwing that into my form of creativity. I'm throwing that into my form of career. All right. I'm going to utilize my wisdom and knowledge and apply it to things that's connected to how I want to express myself in this lifetime. All right. And I dive head first in it. So they also gaining a lot. They're going through a lot of experiences, Mars and Sagittarius, because they dive head first into creating a lot of experiences, into a lot of adventures. They could be real spontaneous. Yeah, like I was saying, they could be real spontaneous. All right. And they could entertain a lot of ideas that inspire them. All right. They'll dive head first into that Mars and Sagittarius. So Mars and Sagittarius be knowing a lot. They be knowing a lot. Okay. Sometimes you won't think, you might underestimate how much underestimate how much they know, because of how much conviction they may have on a certain belief or something. All right. But that just may be something they trying to highlight to people, that they super passionate about highlighting to people. But overall, you know, you just guys, they're gonna build a meaning and reasoning from their experiences, period, and develop some type of philosophy from it. Mars and Sagittarius, they stand strong on them things. They really, you know, set precedents and build certain ethics in their life based off the experiences, and those is things that is like they not going to compromise. Mars and Sagittarius. That's why I said this is like another energy. Like, you know, it's hard to restrict any type of form of Sagittarius energy, but Mars Sagittarius is probably the first type of placement in Sagittarius that's going to lash out quicker than other placements, trying to you know, undermine what they know, or undermine any type of pursuits, creative pursuits. Mars and Sagittarius got meaning. Like, if they got some meaning and reasoning behind what they pushing out. There's a meaning and reasoning to the intention. Why? Like, you got Mars and Sagittarius people, basketball players, they jersey number probably has some meaning and reasoning to it, you know, and they align it with their passion. So it's just like, with that type of energy, if you just come, there's gonna be a why or a moral behind what they doing. So it may seem like just a regular creative pursuit to you, or something, what's the word? Something recreational or whatnot, but it may be a deeper reason into it, Mars and Sagittarius, and because they dive head first into it, like the temperament that they give you when you come off as some type of red flag or a warning again of getting in front of that passion, for them getting into that exciting, thrilling, creative pursuit for the most part, then you're gonna feel that, and that's up to you if you want to keep pushing that button with Mars and Sagittarius overall. All right, so let's get into some names we may all know that got Mars and Sagittarius. All right, looking for you, DMX. Got Rihanna, Jennifer Lopez, Kim Kardashian. Overall, when Mars is in fire, this person, Mars and fire signs, they can't really hold back their expression. Understand that. Carl Jung, Ellen DeGeneres, Avril Lavigne, Jack Nicholson, Bradley Cooper, John Travolta, Lil Wayne, Oscar Wilde, Jackie Chan, Erykah Badu. Alright, family. So, y'all already know what it is. It's your guy, Boy, the Lucky Libra, tuning in and tuning out. Y'all make sure to check on the website, check the Patreon and all that. Next, we picking it up with Mars through Capricorn. Until next time, pizza, peace.